the Ontario Federation of Labour represents about 750,000 workers in every single corner of this province. I've only been to two communities. We just started today. I've been up in northwestern Ontario many, many times over the last 12 years. I've talked to people 4 years ago that were suffering. I can tell you, when I went back down south, they didn't get it. Even today, the people who walked up to me and said, Wayne, someone's got to listen. You know, I've lost my job. I've had a heart attack. I had a triple bypass. I don't have benefits, and it costs me $1,100 every 6 weeks for my medication. I'm either going to die or ruin my credit rating. I was in the United States last week talking to my brothers and sisters in the labor movement. I mean, they figured it out down there. They figured out that if they're going to spend taxpayers' money, they're going to do everything they can to create jobs in their own communities. So those who would say to you, if we do this, that somehow we're opening up this huge protectionist war, trust me, in the United States, in Europe, in the EU, they figured this out. Especially when you're talking about taxpayers' money invested to help us through these tough times. Countries around the world are ensuring that when taxpayers' infrastructure money goes into those projects, the jobs are created here. You know, I say good on all of those people who recognize that this is a time to make those investments. But for crying out loud, let's not make those investments and create jobs in a steel mill in China. Let's not make those investments and create jobs in third world countries, as bad as they need them, where they're in fact employing people at wages that most of us would find to be despicable.
This morning in Dryden, we made a presentation at lunch, and right behind me as I was speaking, the mill sits there, no smoke coming out of it anymore. It's down for 10-week layoff. The corporations and the shareholders, they don't care about our communities. They're investing their money for a profit. But it does have a big impact on all of our little communities spread out right across Canada, not just Ontario. And that is the problem. In northwestern Ontario, Fort Frances, Kenora, they're the larger communities in the area. But they're not that large when you consider the major cities in Canada. We don't have our resources centered in southern Ontario like the auto industry or in parts of southern Quebec. We're spread out right from New Brunswick, right across to BC, in small communities like this.